They thought the dark would break you. They assumed the silence would scare you. They believed the loneliness would make you crawl back. They forgot one thing. Monsters are born in the dark. While they ran from shadows, you learned to breathe inside them. While they searched for light, you learned to see without it. The dark wasn't your enemy. It was your training ground. They warned you, don't go there. You'll lose yourself. You'll change. They were right about one thing. You did change, but not the way they hoped. You didn't disappear in the darkness. You adapted to it. Pain stopped shocking you. Fear stopped controlling you. Loneliness stopped feeling heavy. Because when darkness stays long enough, it stops being darkness. It becomes home. They never stayed long enough to learn that. They touched the dark briefly, got scared, and ran back to comfort. You stayed. You stayed when it hurt. You stayed when no one checked on you. You stayed when even hope felt distant. And something inside you woke up. At first, it was small. A numbness. A quiet strength. A refusal to beg. Then it grew. You stopped explaining yourself. Stopped chasing closure. Stopped needing permission to exist. You became still. Stillness terrifies noisy people. They mistook your silence for weakness. That was their biggest mistake. Silence isn't emptiness. Silence is compression. Pressure builds in silence. They forgot that monsters don't scream. They don't announce themselves. They don't seek attention. They wait. While they were busy judging your isolation, you were sharpening your mind. While they were laughing at your absence, you were observing patterns. Who lies? Who manipulates? Who pretends? Who survives on borrowed power? The dark gave you vision, not light-based vision. You started seeing people for who they really are, not who they pretend to be. And once you see that, you can never unsee it. That's when the fear shifted. They didn't notice at first. They just felt uncomfortable around you. Your presence felt heavier. Your eyes felt quieter. Your energy felt unreadable. They couldn't predict you anymore, and unpredictability is ego's worst nightmare. They tried to pull you back with nostalgia, with guilt, with fake concern. You've changed. You're not the same. We miss the old you. We miss the version of you we could control. But the dark took that version of you and buried it. Not out of cruelty, out of necessity. You learned something important out there. The dark doesn't lie. People do. In the dark, there's no applause, no validation, no audience, just you and your thoughts. And if you survive that, you survive anything. They forgot that monsters don't fear the dark, because the dark doesn't judge them. It doesn't mock them. It doesn't abandon them. It shapes them. Pain became data. Failure became instruction. Rejection became direction. Every hit refined you. You stopped reacting emotionally. You started responding strategically. And that shift, that's when people start losing power over you. They sensed it. The jokes stopped landing. The manipulation stopped working. The disrespect felt pointless, because you no longer reacted. Nothing frustrates ego more than a person it can't provoke. You didn't seek revenge. Revenge requires attachment. You sought evolution. Evolution requires detachment. They were still fighting shadows, while you became one. Here's what they don't understand. The dark didn't make you cruel. It made you selective. You don't give energy freely anymore. You don't trust easily. You don't reveal plans. Access is earned now. That scares people who thrived on your openness. They used to think you were soft because you were kind. Now they realize you were kind because you were strong. You're strong without being kind to everyone. No rush, no desperation, no emotional chaos, just precision. They call it cold, but it's not coldness. It's clarity. You learn something in the dark that most people never learn in the light. Peace doesn't come from safety. It comes from self-mastery. You no longer fear being alone. And the moment someone stops fearing isolation, they become dangerous, because threats stop working. Abandonment loses power. Rejection feels irrelevant. They can't scare you anymore. You've already been where they're afraid to go. They thought breaking you would end you. They forgot monsters don't break. They mutate. Now when they look at you, they feel it. Something's different. You don't seek approval. You don't argue your worth. You don't chase respect. You expect it. You leave. No speeches. No drama. No warnings. That's the final lesson the dark taught you. Walking away is power. They whisper now, be careful. Something about them changed. They're right. You're not. You're not the person who feared losing people. You're not the person who begged to be understood. You're not the person who needed light to feel safe. You are the monster they created by pushing you into the dark. And here's the truth they'll never admit. They don't fear the dark. They fear what you became inside it. Because monsters don't fear the dark. They rule it. They thought the dark would end you. They assumed silence would crush your mind. They believed isolation would rot your soul, because that's what the dark does to them. They forgot one thing. You were never built like them. The dark didn't arrive suddenly. It crept in slowly. One disappointment at a time. One betrayal at a time. One night where no one showed up for you. You fought it. You searched for light in people. You looked for comfort in words. You waited for someone to save you. No one came. Not when things got better, but when you realized they wouldn't. The dark stripped you. Stripped illusions. Stripped expectations. Stripped the version of you that believed. Effort always gets rewarded. And once everything was taken from you, you were left with the most dangerous thing a human can have. Nothing to lose. They don't talk about this part. The part where pain stops screaming and starts teaching. Where fear stops controlling and starts sharpening. Where loneliness stops hurting and starts hardening. You didn't become fearless. You became familiar with fear, and familiarity kills fear's power. They only visit the dark occasionally. A bad week, a breakup, a loss. You lived there. You learned its rules, its rhythms, its silence. In the dark, nobody claps for you. Nobody notices growth. Nobody validates progress. That's why most people leave. You stayed, and staying changes a person. You stopped needing reassurance. Stopped needing approval. Stopped needing to be understood. Because understanding yourself is heavier than being understood by others. They noticed the shift. You spoke less, reacted slower, watched more. Your emotions stopped spilling out everywhere, and people panic when they can't read you. They tried to provoke you. Disrespect, sarcasm, dismissal. They wanted the old reaction. They didn't get it. You learned that silence is not weakness. Silence is control. The dark taught you patience, not passive patience, predatory patience. You started seeing patterns. Who disappears when you struggle? Who only shows up when you're useful? Who smiles but secretly hopes you fail? The dark gives clarity because it removes distractions. They thought you were isolating. You were observing. That's when their comfort turned into unease. You no longer chased conversations. You no longer defended yourself. You no longer explained intentions. You let people misunderstand you. That alone separates predators from prey. You've changed. You're cold now. You think you're better than us? No. You just stopped shrinking. You didn't come back bitter. You came back clear. You don't hate them. Hatred is attachment. You outgrew attachment. Anger fades. Clarity stays. They confuse your calm with emptiness. They don't understand that calm built in chaos is lethal. They think strength is loud. They think dominance is aggression. They think power is control over others. The dark taught you otherwise. Real power is emotional independence, not needing reactions, not needing validation, not needing revenge. They sense it now. They feel smaller around you, more exposed, more fragile, because you don't need them, and nothing scares people more than being unnecessary. They started this storm, thinking it would drown you. They forgot storms don't choose sides. Storms erase illusions. While they were hiding behind crowds, you were learning how to stand alone. And once a person masters solitude, no threat works on them. They can't scare you with abandonment. You already survived it. They can't scare you with rejection. You expect it. They can't scare you with darkness. You were forged in it. They feel it. That invisible distance. You're present, but unreachable. You don't overshare anymore. You don't reveal wounds. You don't show plans. Your life became private. And privacy is power. Because monsters don't explain themselves. They act. They whisper behind your back. There's something off about them. They're different. They're dangerous. They're not wrong. You stopped fearing judgment the moment you survived yourself. The dark didn't make you heartless. It made you disciplined. It taught you who deserves access and who deserves distance. Now the same darkness they pushed you into stands between you and them. They can't reach you anymore. They thought the dark would consume you. They forgot monsters don't fear the dark. They command it. They move through it. They become it. You're not coming back to who you were, ever, because the dark didn't break you. It revealed you.